The day begins early. We stand on the quiet streets of Chiang Mai, watching as the local community lines up to give alms to the monks. Their saffron robes glow in the morning light, a peaceful ritual unfolding before us. It's a humbling moment, and though we're only observers, we feel a sense of stillness and connection. On the way back to our hotel, something above catches our eye. Some kind of squirrel scurries along the electrical wires, its tail flickering as it maneuvers effortlessly across the tangled web of cables. And soon our minivan tour comes to pick us up from our hotel, which will take us on our adventure to Doi Inthanon National Park, the roof of Thailand. As we leave the heart of Chiang Mai, we pass the ancient moat that encircles the old town, a reminder of the city's rich history. And the Fei Gate here is famous for the classic tourist with pigeons photos. Dozens of people stand with arms outstretched, waiting for the perfect shot. The top of the minivan hits the electrical cables as we drive through the streets. A female-run dispensaries with bud tenders is something that catches my eye, a bit of a novelty to us. We stop for a quick treat and we get some coconut pancakes. Sweet, crispy, delicious. They melt in our mouths. And a nearby pond teems with enormous fish, their scales glinting in the sun as they rise to the surface, hoping for a snack. We linger a little longer than intended, mesmerised by the sheer size before piling back into the van. And the boys are thoroughly enthralled by the wonders of a foreign land. Our first stop in the national park was Mai Klang waterfall. The sound of water cascading over the rocks filled the air. A natural symphony of power and tranquility. We spot a nest of insects which could be Thailand's native bee. The tour guide, perhaps a little too relaxed, takes this opportunity for a nap while we have a look around. Across the river, monks sit in quiet contemplation. Their presence adds an almost sacred energy to the place.
This place is amazing. Look at this.
I wish we had more time here to sit by the water, to breathe in the fresh mountain air, but we're quickly ushered back into the van. Next up, Waterfalls waterfall. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but the water cascades down an 80-meter drop, creating a mist that catches the sunlight, forming rainbows. It's breathtaking. The wet, slippery steps remind me of Thailand's own version of Niagara Falls. And I take cautious steps, stopping frequently to capture the beauty all around us. Every turn offers a new perspective, a closer look at the power of the falls, a glimpse of the lush greenery surrounding it, and the air is crisp and cool, a welcome contrast to the warmth of the days we've had. Ban Mae Klang Lawang is a Karen village tucked away in the mountains. I believe that the Karen Hill tribe are the largest ethnic minority group in Thailand. They originated from Tibet, moving south to Myanmar and Thailand. Today, the Hill tribe live alongside the Thai and Myanmar border. The Karen Hill tribe in Thailand are sometimes referred to as Kairang or Kayin, but they call themselves Pakanyor, and there are 4 major types of Karen. And each of these 4 groups has their own distinct language, customs and costumes. The languages are very different and unintelligible from each other, and each has their own dialect.
Chickens.
The Karen Longneck tribe, otherwise known as the giraffe women, are famous for their long brass coils that they wear around their necks to make their necks look really long. Due to the ethnic and political conflict in Burma, many fled to Thailand and sought refugee status here, and they settled in refugee camps in border areas that are now known as the Karen Longneck villages in Thailand. Many tourists choose not to visit the Longneck villages because they don't want to support the exploitation of this tribe.
Looking for the right price, then they can sell out. This moment they sell out, they have the money to pay.
We navigate steep goat tracks at a hurried pace, our guide urging us forward, and the air is filled with the rich aroma of coffee. Organic plantations stretch across the landscape, their beans ripening under the sun.
And coffee, when they harvest, they use their hand pick. The red one is ready to harvest, but we keep the green one. Not the right time yet, but it's rice different time. One branch, some red, some green. So hand pick to harvest, get only the red one.
The red one.
You missed the happy.
Oh, jeez.
Little chicks. Little chicks. What's here? sideways. Stairs down.
Coffee shop.
The people that roast the coffee and own the coffee shop here gave us a bit of a rundown on what the different coffee bean roasts mean. We sampled the coffee and the tea. Earthy, strong, with a hint of natural sweetness. It's some of the best we've ever tasted. And we watch as locals meticulously roast the beans. We bought a few souvenirs, eager to take a piece of this experience home with us.
Whipping in her style. The Karen show you how to do whipping in her style. You can look. Now she whipping a shoulder bag. She will spend 3 days to finish a bag.
A woman sits nearby, weaving a shoulder bag with incredible skill. Each pattern tells a story, passed down through generations. This bag will take her many days to finish.
Put the thread through and push it down.
Yeah, bring that one down. Yeah. Wow.
Takes a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh, wow.
Camping.
Yeah.
Well, Friday.
5 days?
Yes, Friday.
And this is how you do camping Thai style, apparently. And they grow flowers on the hillside here.
Flower.
And these are the Hmong markets that we'll stop at on the way back to Chiang Mai.
Coming on. Yeah. The markets.
Yeah, market. Yeah. Last stop market.
Oh yeah, up and then up.
So now we're getting close to the summit, or the roof of Thailand. Then the highest point in Thailand,
2.5.
standing at 2,565 metres above sea level, Doi Inthanon is the highest peak in Thailand, earning its nickname the Roof of Thailand. We were treated to stunning views, and the summit is also home to a memorial stupa for one of the kings, a former ruler of Chiang Mai, who was passionate about preserving the region's forests. After reaching the summit, we embark on a rainforest walk at high speed, trying to keep up with our guide. The environment was alive with sounds of birds chirping, leaves rustling, and the occasional call of an animal in the distance. And the cool, misty air feels refreshing as we weave our way through the ancient trees, moss-covered trunks, and wooden walkways. But at this point, it's more like a boot camp than a holiday.
Forest. landed on it. Oh, so this is the swamp forest. Wait.
Let's hope no one gets run over by a car. This looks like a yellow datura flower. They sometimes use this as a hallucinogen drug due to its psychoactive alkaloids. Nearby, the King and Queen Pagodas stand magically against the backdrop of rolling mountains. Thank God for the escalator at the top. The stairs are really steep and take you some effort to climb both ways, and it's especially hard because the oxygen levels are quite low at such a height. The King's Pagoda stands with its earthy brown hue, symbolising strength and stability. It was built in 1987, and visitors are expected to remain peaceful while visiting these temples. Adjacent to it is the Queen's Pagoda. It's adorned in a delicate shade of purple, reflecting her grace and compassion. Built to honour the King and Queen, these two pagodas are surrounded by beautifully manicured gardens, and we took our time wandering through the flower beds and admiring the serene atmosphere. The panoramic views from here stretch as far as the eye can see, a stunning reward for the climb. Upon entering the King's Pagoda, I found myself in a serene prayer hall. The air here is filled with peace and spirituality. The place just radiates calm and tranquility. If you are visiting here, please remember to respect the spiritual significance of the prayer halls and keep noise to a minimum and dress appropriately. Apparently, relics of the Buddha himself are supposed to be inside these two chedais. Buddhism is everywhere in Thailand. In fact, it's over 93% of its population practices Buddhism, and the only country in the world that exhibits a higher percentage is the neighbouring kingdom of Cambodia, whose population is 96.9% Buddhist. And it is entwined in every level of life here, and I'm quite surprised actually how it permeates every part of life here. So the King and Queen of Thailand cannot exist outside of Buddhism. It's part of them and they are part of it. The Queen's Pagoda is brilliant. Shimmering glossy tiles illuminated by the sun telling ancient stories of Buddha's life, and there's also a particular series that tells about a tale of a mother's loss, which I can really relate to. Some of the pictures here relate to a story about a princess who gave up her life of luxury for simple living in the countryside with her beloved commoner. After 2 children and a few years of happiness, her husband died, and with no one to help her care for her and her children, she leaves her home for the palace to ask for forgiveness and reconciliation. But on her way to the palace, they come across a flooded river, and the princess leaves the youngest on the bank to wade across with the oldest over her head. But as she's halfway across the river, an eagle swoops down and snatches the child from her arms. So as she cries out for her child that's been taken, the young child on the bank mistakes this to be her calling him, and so the young child steps into the raging river to be swept away forever. Eventually she goes mad and becomes a hermit, but then Buddha eventually discovers her and helps her. Inside the Queen's Pagoda, the soft exterior hues create a serene and contemplative atmosphere. The walls are adorned with intricate murals and carvings that narrate stories from the Buddha's life and depict scenes of devotees in worship and meditation. These masterpieces exemplify Thai craftsmanship, featuring striking religious imagery and beautifully tiled designs that invite reflection and admiration. The art on the ceiling depicts the Buddha's and his mother's life, and it kind of reminds me of the Sistine Chapel. Then it was time for us to pile into a tuk-tuk to shuttle us back to our minivan.
What's your head, Tina?
By your head, by your head.
You alright?
Yep. Thank you.
What's your head?
And before leaving, we make a stop at the Hmong Market, a vibrant roadside market near the Royal Pagodas, run by the Hmong people. It's filled with fresh produce, handmade crafts, and colourful traditional clothing. We browse the intricate embroidery with woven textiles telling stories of heritage and craftsmanship. It's a perfect place to pick up a few unique mementos before heading back.
Mango wine. Sounds alright.
Is that the mango one? Have you tried? Yeah. Very different.
Oh gosh, that's sweet.
Sweet. she like this. I like the gooseberry.
On the way back to Chiang Mai, the sun begins to set, casting a bright orange glow against the blue sky. The light reflects off old wooden shacks lining the roadside, their silhouettes softened by the evening haze. It's a picture-perfect moment and an almost peaceful end to an unforgettable journey. As night falls, the minivan takes us through the bright lights of Chiang Mai, heading towards Phai Gate.
That's a tuk-tuk. Oh.
Beyond the gate, the famous Chiang Mai night markets comes alive. It feels almost like Thailand's version of the Champs-Élysées in Paris, France, although it's much more chaotic here, but a lot more laid back as well. Rows of vibrant stalls and neon lights and signs, the hum of excited chatter. The crowds are overwhelming, and movement is dictated by the flow of people around you. We slip into a side alley for some dinner, indulging in mango smoothies, spicy Thai sausage and crispy Penang pancakes. Each bite is delicious.
Potato. Thank you.
What you got there?
Thai northern sausage.
What's the verdict?
It's like a curry spicy sausage.
Okay. Let's test it out. How is it?
What did you get?
Can I have a taste?
What did you get?
Pandan.
Though the markets are an unforgettable experience, I'm relieved to retreat to the quiet of our hotel room. Today was huge, and tomorrow we're off to the Smile Organic Thai Cooking School. The next morning we are picked up in a minivan and set off for the Smile Organic Thai Cooking School, and along the way we stopped at a bustling local market.
The king of the fruit, durian. Now eat a white color inside. It's sweet and juicy. Don't eat the seed.
A cooking instructor walked us through an array of fresh Thai ingredients. We also took the opportunity to grab some traditional sweet Thai coffee and deep fried bread, crispy on the outside, soft and airy on the inside, like a Thai version of donuts. On the way there, we were given a menu with different options of meals to cook.
And that's Laura.
쟤도 만져볼래? 응? 만질 때는 어떻게 해야 돼? 여기 아래로 해가지고 해야 돼.
So at the Smile Organic Farm Cooking School, you get the opportunity to learn and practice skills and knowledge necessary to prepare delicious, healthy Thai food.
You've ripped it already.
My t-shirt.
Oh. This fits. Turn around. Let's see. Oh, yep. There's no room for movement there.
The school is set in a beautiful, serene, organic farm and garden. They take you out into the garden and let you taste the herbs and explain about how the herbs and vegetables grow and how you use them in traditional Thai cooking. And they even have these fog machines throughout some of the garden to make it look all mysterious and exciting. All this area is the front entrance garden, but out the back they have different kinds of vegetables growing, herbs and fruits like basil, the root family, hot peppers, mushroom, eggplants, limes, and heaps more. Each of the groups had different coloured aprons to wear. We were the red team, so let's get started. I chose to cook a Penang curry and coconut chicken soup. Paul chose khao soi and tom yum.
And the taste of the baby eggplant is gonna be bitter. Everyone knows. Okay, butterfly pea. This is a natural color for cooking. Look in my hand how the color is. It's coming blue like this. Blue, dark blue, purple is similar, but then we add the acid in. The color is gonna turn. Yeah, like this. Change the color. If you visit the Thai cafe, you can order. Can I have butterfly pea with lemon, please? You can order like root heart. This is the root. Kalanka we have in soup and the curry paste. Soup and the curry paste. And we have many types of eggplant. We use this one, sweet eggplant. For red curry, green curry. We use this one. We can eat raw with chili dipping. We can make the stir fry also very good. The sweet eggplant. Yeah, can you pick the leaf and smell? Someone told me it's like a anise. I don't know the anise how is.
Anise.
But when smell, it's like anise.
Yeah, little bit. No.
And this sweet.
Or licorice. Yeah.
Next one, top secret, top secret. Traditional Thai curry paste. And this is turmeric, yeah. Body inflammation. In Thailand, we also have the skincare, like a soap, moisturizing cream, or shampoo. Purple one is stronger than the green one. You have to pick the leaf and smell. The purple, Thai people love to cook with the purple one. This is the hot basil, The green, not too strong. But today, no chicken with holy basil in order. Original is from India, the king of basil. They call holy basil, they plant around the sacred place and the soup. You can pick the leaf and do like this and smell. Very nice.
이거 레몬 글라스래.
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
This is very good tea, very good tea. Now maybe you're gonna think about some brand from the mosquito spray.
Mosquito.
But it's very good tea for the leaf. We use the bottom parts for cooking. And one more root. Finger root or Thai ginseng. Or finger root, this one. You cannot see it because it's the root part. The smell. You can say sweet ginger. Thai we add two. Not pad Thai, only one. I add three. It's a big portion.
We made the spring roll mixture first.
Whoa.
Mushroom, please. Followed by tofu. One.
We then needed to chop up some of our ingredients. The boys chose to make fried rice and green curry, I think. We each needed to put our spring roll filling onto our roll and roll it up ourselves so that we could put it in the deep fryer. This one was mine. Turned out perfect. This was how my prawn pad thai turned out. Beautiful. I'll just sprinkle some peanuts on the top.
Spring roll dipping. Okay.
This was how Eli's spring roll and fried rice turned out.
And cow soy.
And then we needed to create our different pastes for our curries.
First, the mortar, please. Good. Okay, keep going. Spicy, salty, and a bit sweet. Spicy.
Here's my chicken coconut soup coming along, and also Paul's khao soi. And his tom yum soup is there finished as well. He's just putting some dried crunchy noodles on top of his khao soi.
Tom yum, hot and sour, khao soi.
Our morning class, half day morning is done. Thank you very much.
Each dish bursts with bold flavours, the creamy richness of the Penang curry, the fragrant warmth of the coconut chicken soup, and the satisfying crunch of the spring rolls. Cooking them ourselves makes them taste even better. And when we get back to our hotel, they've washed and dried and folded our clothes up for us, which is fantastic because we're on the road again tomorrow. After the cooking school, Paul and I indulge in some relaxation, heading back to the Pha Lana Spa for a well-deserved massage. But before our treatment, we stopped by their charming cafe next door for a quiet moment with a cup of tea. The staff bring out an egg timer, ensuring we steep our tea for the perfect amount of time. Paul opts for an iced chocolate, and from the first sip, it's absolutely to die for. Rich, creamy, and perfectly chilled. Stepping into this place feels like entering another world. The ambience is serene, with soft lighting, gentle music, and the scent of lemongrass and essential oils lingering in the air. We are the children of the North, the former Kingdom of Lana. We appreciate our arts and culture and love nature, our rice paddies and the mountains. We enjoy seeing people happy, their faces adorned with beautiful smiles. All this contributed to something that we built with love. It's called Pha Lana Spa. We get to choose our essential oil before our massage, and we are led to a beautifully decorated room where our massage experience begins. Now it's just a matter of fitting into these underwear that they give you to put on. The touch of the therapist is expert, melting away the tension from the day's adventures.
Definitely a nice place.
Time slows down, and for an hour we are completely immersed in relaxation. By the time we leave, we feel refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready for whatever adventures our next leg of our journey has in store for us. They gave us a delicious, warm, herbal, sweet lemon tea and also a little snack, which was delicious. And that ginger in the tea actually made my Bangkok belly feel a lot better. Back at our hotel, we climbed the 4 floors of stairs to get back into our bed to have an amazing rest that night. We were off to Bangkok tomorrow because it's New Year's Eve and we're heading to a rooftop bar in Bangkok, and we can't wait for the next part of our adventure. Although I'm excited for the next part of our journey, as we prepare to leave Chiang Mai, I feel a bittersweet mix of emotions. I'm so excited to finally experience the beautiful beaches of southern Thailand, but at the same time, I'm deeply sad to say goodbye to this incredible city. 5 days here have flown by, filled with unforgettable memories, exploring temples, trekking through mountains, savouring delicious foods, and meeting the elephants and going to remote tribes. Chiang Mai has truly been a magical experience, and a part of me wishes that we had more time to soak it all in.
Sweet tamarind. Very good. Demak.
Paul had got himself some bedtime snacks at the markets. They look a bit like Mr. Hanky to me. The wrinkled brown pods crack open to reveal a sticky, tangy, sweet pulp inside. I wasn't a fan of the sweet tamarind, but Paul seemed to like it. I didn't realise there was an Australian tamarind tree. We're going to have to get our hands on one of them because they're great for the curries. I'm not sure how they grow back in our cool climate back home though. I think you can keep them in the greenhouse during winter to protect them from frost though. After 4 nights in Chiang Mai, it's time to move on. I feel a pang of sadness, but adventure calls. Next up, New Year's Eve at a rooftop bar at Bangkok, and then on to Thailand's famous beaches and islands. For now though, this bus is our home for the next 12 hours. The Thai passengers are already asleep, while we remain wide awake, staring at the road ahead. And we even got some noodle soup for dinner on the way as part of the trip. Bangkok, here we come.